Hey, it's James Willoughby, and welcome back to the Austin Realty Roundup, where we talk about what happened the week before in terms of pendings and actives and market trends in the Austin residential market. We're here at the beginning of October. The statistics we're looking at is the last week of September, and let's dive in. We can see right now that our inventory continues to decline ever so slightly. It does follow the path of the previous years in terms of inventory going lower into the fall. So here we are in the last quarter. Should be an interesting ride here. Let's see what happened in terms of activity. In terms of new listings last week, they were almost identical to the previous week in terms of new listings. And ironically, last week we had the exact same number of listings and pendings. This week, nearly the same. They're off by 3. So I've never seen 2 weeks in a row where they were that close in terms of the number of pendings going under contract matching the new listings. So what does that mean to inventory? Well, each week we're going to have a certain number of properties that expire or withdrawn from the market. In fact, today's October 1st. The statistics I'm telling you don't include those expireds, primarily because the official numbers are not in yet. That'll be in next week's video, but we anticipate a huge number of homes that are going to be pulled off the market. That will affect inventory, dropping the amount of inventory, which is good in terms of market absorption. But honestly, it's probably not going to move the needle if you're a seller right now, because the folks that are withdrawing or expiring out of the market and that are trying to sell their homes but didn't sell their homes are primarily the ones that are not going to sell anyway. They probably were overpriced the entire time, and the market, as you know, has slid a little bit this year. So if you weren't priced right, and even if you made price reductions, the market ignored your property. We'll talk more about that next week. In other news that's noteworthy, interest rates bumped up just slightly this week. The market had a little bit of overreaction to the original interest rate cut, so they bumped up a little bit. We're now at 6.3% interest, which is pretty good in my opinion, but not according to young people that aren't buying homes right now. But anyway, the downward trend I think will continue to happen depending on multiple things like the government shutdown and other statistics. But we'll be watching that carefully as we go along. The last stat I want to show you is market absorption rate. I think this will drop quite a bit next week because I think we'll see a lot of expired listings. But right now we're sitting at just under 18 weeks supply of inventory, which is pretty typical of what we've had in the last, all the way back to June. So we haven't really moved the needle much in several months, but we'll see what happens this fall. As always, if you have any questions on real estate, want to get an update on your market value, or anything else you want to talk about real estate related, reach out to us. Be sure to share this with any of your friends that are thinking about buying or selling real estate. Hopefully it'll be informative to them. And until next week, have a good one. We'll see you then. Thanks.